Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back with another beer review, and it's another collaboration beer. But this time, there is actually an article by the lovely Robin Gilmore. Oh no, it doesn't say that. There we go. It says over there, words by Robin Gilmore. Yeah, and it's a double spread one, which is cool. But I was thinking about this because so far we haven't done very well for articles in the magazines. So when you see what beer this is, it is a Brew York beer, and it's versus Amundsen. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that's the kind of feathery kind of thing that is Amundsen. Hazy Hazy Nights, Hazy Pale Ale at 5%. I think this is cool. All about the haze. It's Citra and Idaho 7. The hoppies in here. And it says, we've teamed up. So I'm assuming this is one from Brew York. Our great mates at Amundsen to pay tribute to our favourite glam rock bands. Hazy Pale is generously hopped. Oops. With Citra and Idaho 7, bringing strong fruit, citrus, mango, and stone fruit. And it's even got a little kind of spider type diagram, which I think is very nice. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, made at Brew York, etc., etc. Imported from Sweden, which is kind of cool. And what I was going to say before I started looking at the can, I even quite like the sort of craziness of the can, which is really cool, is there was an event, a Beer 52 event lately where everything was Brew York and up north kind of style. So I'm not at all surprised that they've done a collaboration brew that they're probably going to release anyway. But yeah, maybe that's being me a bit kind of cynical. And that's definitely why there's an article in the magazine, because they were there anyway. Anyway, I'm glad to have an article talking. It was pretty kind of like boys' own sort of adventure type, sort of, or dad's own adventure, shall we say, because they're all quite fat bearded dudes. Woke only adventure with beards and man buns and all that kind of stuff. Look at that, it's kind of poking out the top a bit. Whee. Anyway, maybe me being cynical. I should not be. I should slap myself. Don't be cynical, Jonna. Anyway, that is what I feel. To thine own self be true. Oh, and there's a dump of something. Having a dump. See if there's any floaty bits. I think that was just yeast or something, maybe hops. Oh, very fruity. That's going to be interesting. I think that's more kind of Simcoe-y, like, you know what I mean? Right, Hazy, Hazy, Shamon, Hazy, and a cheeky grin. I like that. That's cool. That lovely white foam, just under a finger, fast disappearing. What have we got in there malt-wise? Does it say? Dun, dun, dun. It says on there. Donkey, donkey, donk. I am very. Let's have a look. Barley, oats, and wheat. Of course it was. Of course it was. Oats and wheat in the traditional neo-pagan, neo-modern. What am I talking about? The modern style, the new style. Although it's not that new anymore. I'm kind of over it, really. I'm over it. I'm going back to my roots when I'm out and about. Not so much when I'm drinking Beer 52 boxes, because, dear viewer, you don't get much choice. And it's hazy this, hazy that. You might get the odd. Well, I've gone for the dark beers, so you might get a few milds and generally porters and stuff. But when I'm out and about, I'm drinking bitters and dark beers and the occasional hazy, but not as much. I think the hazy's day is done almost. I was chatting to someone a while ago actually, and he was saying that he doesn't like having hazies anymore. He doesn't like the hazy IPAs, even though that is the trendiest beer on the block. Still, um, he's saying he's getting into his kind of West Coasts, which is like, man, that's like 15 years ago, at least, maybe 20. Um, no matter. This is what's in front of us. 5% ABV, so that's a good going. That's a tick from me. Liking that head, proper opaque. Um, but I think that's because something was dumped in at the end of the pour. Rewind the video if you want and see as I poured it, something definitely got dumped in at the end. I should know better. Like when you have a cup of tea or coffee, especially if you're using beans and things, don't drink the or tea leaves. Don't drink the bottom. You get in trouble. Cheers and beers, guys. Oh, wow. My God, that is pretty damn hoppy. And I'm talking green hoppy. Oh, says Citra and Idaho 7. I'm guessing the hoppiness, the real sort of, when I say hoppy, I'm meaning the green hoppiness, is going to be the Citra. But my God, there's a load of it in there. Then we've got, yeah, there was citrus in there. I'm still getting that kind of juiciness, um, which is nice to have because it's not heavily dependent on the creaminess. So I don't think there's as much oats and wheat in here as perhaps other beers would have in them. This is definitely more hop focused, and it's less like a kind of milkshakey thing. Um, this is definitely like a bitter kind of thing going on, a bit of hoppage. Yeah, I'm liking that. Wow. Yeah, that does have a real bitter kick, but it's got that juiciness there too. Um, and I'm not 100% sure. It must be the Idaho 7. I have to say, I always forget. I always think the Idaho 7 is the coconut type hop. I don't think it is. And I always get this wrong. I say this to people. Um, but it definitely has a kind of juiciness to it, followed by, yeah, a little bit of stone fruit. They mentioned the stone fruit in the description on the can, which is fine. I think they did anyway. Yeah, it says citrus, mango, and stone fruit. I don't think the mango. Oh, I should probably show you. I don't. I'm not getting the mango really. Um, I like a mango. Hey, I like a mango. But yeah, this yeah doesn't seem to be too mangoey. I had a nice mango cider. My God, at the weekend. Ooh, it wasn't that strong. I think it was about 5%, 4.5, 5%. Wow, it was properly nice, and I mixed it with another cider. Well, no, it wasn't cider. I mixed it with a lager or a pale ale. It might have been, but it tasted like lager to create my own mango snake bite. Very, very nice. Wow, pardon me. There's a lot of gas in here, man. A lot of carbon dioxide. And look at the lines on the glass. That is a thick, fat line, and that one equally so. We'll see if my last sip leaves a big, strong, fat line, a selfish line. I'm liking this more than I thought I was going to. It is not one of those generic hop, weak hop, creamy nonsense things. Um, This has actually got a bit of a bite to it, and I'm liking that. Final thoughts, yeah, still juicy, still kind of zesty. There's a bit of pith there too. But yeah, really nice. Not so creamy. Nothing wrong with that. Please don't think I'm prejudiced. I really was going through a kind of new style thing a while ago. The problem is when all the beers you drink taste more or less exactly the same, when you get something that's slightly different, it's like refreshing. Yep, and as I thought, nice straight kind of head, really good. Lines are still there, hasn't melted down the glass at all. For those of you that are on Head Watch, Hedwig, wow, what does that look like? Some sort of Japanese runes. Not so good on the back, just some sort of rainage. And then some more kind of weird runic symbols, perhaps in the dwarfish style today, coming down the vertical. And there we go. I have to nip off reasonably soon because I'm doing a camera judging thing. I've got an event actually next week, which is going to be interesting because I'm back in the hospital at the weekend, having heinous chemicals injected into my penis. So that's going to be fun. And then the next week, I'm going out drinking in London. So yeah, you might not see so many reviews. So I know I've been, yeah, a bit lax of late. I try and do one every day, but sometimes life gets in the way. And yeah, sometimes medicine, well, they call it medicine, but I think it's some sort of chemical wrongness that they inject into me. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, put it that way. So there we go. That is Hazy Hazy Nights. Those hazy, hazy, hazy nights. Hazy Pale, Brew York versus Amundsen. That gets some good marks from me. Not exactly in line with the description on the can or on Beer 52's own website, but I quite enjoyed that. And nice to have a hazy ale that was pretty bitter instead of that creamy, insipid nonsense that's generally around. And it wasn't sweet; it was bitter. It was sour. It was this is beer. Anyway, you should go out and drink some beer, dear viewer. And until I see you next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. But don't worry, I will return for another beer review, and it's going to come up real soon.